All right, for the last unit of the first semester, we're going to be studying exponential functions. Exponential functions are just as easy as linear functions, so if you did well with the linear unit, you should do well with this unit. There are some subtle differences, but there are a lot of similarities, so hopefully you can do well with this unit. So we're going to start off with the pay it forward example. There's a movie where a young boy gets an assignment from his teacher about how to change the world, and what the teacher suggests is you go out and help three people. And then those three people, and you just tell them to pay it forward, and those three people help three others, and so on. Eventually, everybody's helping everybody. So here is kind of like a visual of what it looks like to start. So in the beginning of the process, the young boy just helps out three different people. So that's why in the first stage of the process, he helps out three people. In the second stage, each one of those three people helped out three more. So you get to 9. In the third stage, each one of those 9 people helps out three more, and you're up to 27. Which helps out then three more, you get 81, and then times 3, you get 243. So if you just kind of keep multiplying by 3, you get those, and then again 729, and so on. You can fill out the rest of the table. So you notice what happens, these numbers are constantly being multiplied by 3, and they're getting really big really fast. So unlike the linear function, it's not going straight. What happens in this is you're going to start off slow and then gradually get bigger and bigger and bigger. So the key here is it's not increasing at a constant rate, it's increasing at an increasing rate. And it's an important thing to note because really it's starting off slow and then getting faster and faster and faster. We call it increasing at an increasing rate. Now, it's not linear. What's the main difference? Linear is add, where exponential is multiply. So the next now rule for this situation would be, how do I get to the next number? I take what I have now and I multiply it by 3. Now, what does it look like? Believe it or not, it actually looks like this. This right here is linear, so we know it's not going to be linear. That's linear, and that's linear. These are common mistakes that I've seen students make in the past because you see the 3x or you see the plus 3 or whatever. These are all linear functions, so you have to know what a linear function looks like. This is going to be your exponential. And if you want to know if it fits the situation, come on over here to the graph. Go 3 to the power of x, and that power button's right there. Hit enter, and if you go to your table over here, you should see 3, 9, 27, 81, 243, and you should see that pattern developing here, which is the same pattern that's over here that you created on the first page. So if we look here now, let's change it up a little bit. Let's say we're only helping, instead of helping out 3 people each, we're just going to pass along 2 good deeds at a time and tell them to pay it forward. So in this situation, we're starting at 2 and we're doubling. We're just multiplying by 2. Double again, we get 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, and so on. The graph will look very similar. The only difference is it's going to go up, but not nearly as fast as with when we multiply by 3. If you go back and look at this table, by the 7th term here, the 7th piece in the sequence, or the 7th stage in the process, we're at 128. Here, they're already at 2,187. So this goes up much, much slower, but that's because we're constantly multiplying by 2, not 3. So what's the difference between this graph? It's a slower rate of increase. The next now rule, how do I get to the next number? I take what I have now, and instead of multiplying by 2 or 3, I'm now just multiplying by 2. How are they similar? They're similar because it's repeated multiplication, and they're different because of this number right here. So really, that's what you want to know is, and you don't have to worry about 2 examples of each, but you start with the next now rule, and we're multiplying by 2 as opposed to 3. So that is what your assignment will be. Good luck with it. Let me know if you have any questions.